Lord and Savior. And I said to one of them, I said, tell me, how'd you come to know Christ? His name was Rob. He said, well, Tyler led me to the Lord. I said, are you kidding me? You stand right here. You're not Tyler. I said, Tyler, he led you to the Lord? Wow, is that cool? I got Paul Timothy right here. This is really cool. And then Tyler says, that's nothing. Rob, he reached out to a guy in business named Stan. Hey, you're not Stan. You stand right there. And Stan was a selfish, money-grubbing businessman that no one liked. Consultant, he worked with his finances, and he helped him with big problems. He helped Stan with big problems, and he sent Stan big bills, and Stan sent big bucks back to Rob, and Rob loved Stan, you know. And but Rob recognized that he was more than a financial consultant, that he was a Christian cleverly disguised as a financial disciple, and so he built a position of trust with Stan, and Stan started to share his problems with his marriage and all his issues in his life, and Stan came to Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, and Rob then discipled him. And Rob trained him how to become a fisher of men. And he changed his whole business. This guy changed his whole business. He became Paul from Saul. His business became a downtown ministry, and he preached these other guys, and it was unbelievable who he was touching with his life. And there were a whole bunch of them. And I said, that's amazing. Tell me. I had to find out the first one down here, sir. He said, well, I moved in next door to a guy, got out of the Navy, and I moved in next door to a guy in an office, and this guy was a real Bible thumper. A real square, but he was the best salesman in the office. He had the big office, the big bonus, the big parking place. And so I wanted that from him, so I got to know him. This guy started to train me to be a good businessman, good in marketplace, and have all that stuff. And he trained me. And then he told me about Jesus Christ. He built trust in my life and changed my life and taught me how to maybe become a fisher of who? And he discipled me and trained me, and that's where this whole string of guys. His name was Charlie Fivash. Charlie Fivash. That was a young man in my church 10 years earlier who I had discipled. And I trained him to become a fisher of men. And Charlie Fivash was the father of this whole group, and I just was excited. I couldn't believe it that God used Charlie to change all these guys. And they were now my family, my son, my spiritual son, grandson, great-grandson, all the way down the line. I was overwhelmed with them. And so I just want to encourage you guys. I want to give these guys a gift here. Here's a book on being a father's reward, on being a fun dad, discipling your kids. Here's a great book for dad to go through with his son. Here's a book on discipleship called Eternal Impact. Here's one on marriage, and here's a marriage series. Let's give these guys a big hand. Would you be willing to ask God for one person to disciple? Just one person.